Alright, so everyone, welcome to the stream. We'll continue along with the line art portion of this illustration. Namely, we want to line in Tsukuyo this time. She is partially hidden behind Michiru, so don't have to worry quite as much about a lot of detailed pieces. Namely, the main thing that's in front is hand A up front, which we actually need to cover with some cloth here. Don't know how I feel about the way I've done the hand. The main thing working through last time was we needed to change the immediate position of the body against the head. Namely, because kind of see here, this is kind of where we want the top of the shoulder to be. Which does pull the actual neck, the back neck muscle back a little bit, but I think we're gonna go and follow the red. I think that would look better overall. So still won't be seeing much neck because once again we're looking down a little bit onto the perspective here. Regardless, we're gonna start from the head regardless, and if ideas change later, can make the executive decision to change how the body should sit against the head later. But that is going to become a problem for future me. Alright, so one thing that did change last time was, well, definitely will be changing from last time is where the hairline is roughly sitting, so I've moved it up a little bit. So, the hairline was originally here, moving up to, can't really see it versus. I don't want to sprout all the hair from like line like this. Alright, so where should the flower start? I think it's actually around the right position regardless. I think we're going to put the flower the side of her head, right? So this thing's got a little bit of thickness, so we're just going to do the top layer. We need like a flower shape here. So looking at what? A 1, 2, 3, 5. Oh, why is this tag going off? Hold up. Um. Hmm. Hmm. Spring is too far apart. You bring this closer together. Ba, 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 la, ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, how do I feel about that? Oh, not one lasso. Ba, ba, ba. Hmm. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, ba. Ba, la, ba, ba, la, ba, ba, la, ba. Bum, ba, ba, bum, bum. Want this to be life? Bum, ba, 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 la, ba, bum, bla. Let's go. Um, um, can I cut this down a little bit? A little bit more, come on, a little bit more, a little bit more. Wow, it's so uneven, it's hilarious. bum, bum. Okay, it would really help if I can remember what these things are called. Hairpin. I could probably find it by just go, how about we go like that? Kanzashi. That's something I should have definitely remembered. Up, Blah, 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 blah. What do we want to do with this? Like that. Go. That, but like a lot of height. How do I feel about that? Anyways, welcome to the stream. Currently working through the line art for this piece. This would go. And then we're just gonna roll this right here. And we want to do what we want to cut here, want to cut here, and these. Like that. Cut this one more time, like right here. And we'll just go. Still like that. I'm totally not finishing this year. I'm gonna be finishing this next year. I can confidently say that now. I have was it 4.5 hours? No. 3.5 hours. I want to finish it this year. How do I want to do her here? Airline's kind of up high, so we're going to go. Pull this in towards where her ear. Not there, right, for where the ear would be. Then we want to pull this down like. Put it in more. Like that. So now, pop that up, pop that up, pop that. We're going to Indeed. The old classic. Okay, we do need the ear back here, but it's also going to be covered by... Is that her ear? Does she have ears? Does she have a tail? Do you have a tail? Hold up. Let's have a look at this. Are those ears or is that hair? Tsukuyo. Let's take a look at Momo Tsukuyo. Actually, she's wearing a kimono, probably got. Not really. What? That ear or tail? Do you have a tail? Fancy. No rabbit ears, right? It's relatively thin, so definitely thin out what I've here. Oh, what do I think? That doesn't look like an ear. That looks incredibly off. Up. That needs to go up. Can I just squeeze right in there, just yank that out of there? Let's go. Small. Hmm. Hmm. Ne yaparız herhalde? No. Like that. Yeah. That. Um, 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 well, I think Nick needs to be a little bit more this. Okay, do I want to do over sleeves? You bring this up. All right, where's the? Out there? Yeah, I can live with that. Yeah, I should probably do something with the Kanzashi. Thinking about it. What does this thing look like? This isn't really stabbed in the way a normal one would be. This is literally just kind of stabbed in there. That doesn't really look like it's holding anything together. Maybe I just don't understand how these things work. But I feel like they usually wrap around the pin, not the pin literally just looks like it's poking out like a Christmas cake decoration. Also, gonna get a higher resolution image. I would like to see what that is. How do I do this? Let me just turn on the game and see if I can get a slightly better resolution from that. Otherwise, I'm just gonna the other maneuver maybe DeviantArt, because for some reason DeviantArt highest resolution. Or Reddit. Holy shit, Reddit's got massive files. Alright, just gonna wait for the game to start up and see if I can get a nice shot of the flowers coming off the pin. You have like a vague idea of what's happening there. I can get a closer look, I like a closer. Regardless, we'll just use the straight line tool to do. Let's say we go like. What's it? Is these or what? I'll just do that as a guide for them. Okay, let's have a look at this. Don't know how zoomed in I can get in the game, but usually not too bad. Actually, can I zoom 2 stacks further than that currently is? Oh, no, can increase the resolution. Increase the pixel density. Well. I don't actually own her, so I'm gonna have to go through here. Oh, there's something new in the gacha. Oh, it's limited. Oh, gee. Okay. Oh, that's not a come up right. King. Okay, have a look at you. Can I get a close up of this? No, I can't. Okay, well, is that? Okay, so we've got more of the same flower coming off this, I'd like to believe. So we're just gonna go ahead and say like right here. I'm gonna. Fully eyeballing this. This is kind of a very small part of the details. So hopefully, it doesn't look too weird if I don't quite eyeball this correctly. Oh, I have no eyeball correctly. This is horrific. Also, it's not fast enough. How do I make this faster? Okay, we'll do one of these. Looks like there's like a couple of these hanging off the end here, but some of these look more flexible, which does help a little bit. Oh jeez. How do we want to do this? Ba, ba, ba. Um. And then we want to go, how do I want to do? Let's go like that, we go like that, we just want to squash this. Smaller. Maybe. Hmm. Right, what's happening here? What? Okay, now then, what the heck is happening here? Hmm. Little bit more this way. Is that about the right spot? Because where's the Nick coming from? Nick coming from like... Well, that's a problem. uh... Ba 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 la ba ba la da ba. La ba ba la ba bum. That doesn't feel quite right. I have enough water in here. I'm gonna get some more water. Okay. What is happening with this thing? You know what? Let's just figure out the rest of the body first. I'm gonna go about the sleeves, so that means that we want to. I don't want to just push her breasts in against the arm. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, 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 bum. Let's go like this. How do I feel about that? Hmm. Uh, bu- um, um, I think I am okay. So we're just gonna start getting rid of some of this part. Let's see. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Hmm. Looking at the hmm. Are those roses? Oh boy. Oh yeah, alright. Let us do this part. Ba, ba, bum, ba, bum. So we don't include the sleeves in the body. Ba, 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 ba. Where's the body have to be? Okay, let us mess with the actual ball. Ba, la, ba, ba. Alright, let's have a look. What do I need? Ba, 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 ba. Alright, first off, let's make a mountain here, right? How does this need to? I still was one like a. Kind of trying to peek under some of the toppings to see how the noodles, the individual, more detailed parts of the noodles actually are, because you can kind of see that underneath it's mostly just like a yellow block. Obviously it's not even, but that's how I want to start it. like a block here. Probably include the table as part of it, shouldn't I? Righty, now then, how to deal with them. I've got a couple ideas. One is I could just use the line tool or the border tool to draw some thick lines around this and slowly turn it into a single object. Probably the best way to go about it, so we'll just go with that for now. That means I need to do the toppings this year. Okay, let me just do something real quick. We're just gonna copy and paste this. So it's gonna be like the table portion. We'll go here and we're going to get rid of then we're gonna go over to here just with okay. And do I need to do toppings in their own layer, or do I need to do a front and a back? I need to do a front and a back. Oh, that's super awkward. Blah, 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 blah. Indeed. That is the indeed. Cool. You can't get away from people with the way society's built. Honestly, I don't interact with people on the internet too much outside of the media stream chat here. But I vaguely get what you mean. Nori. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. As long as the internet exists and keyboard warriors can go free, there's gonna be rage baiters, so you can't really do much about that. Hey, it just comes down to the fact you just ignore them. That's the normal behavior to really take against people like that. Okay, the spies will be in front of this block here, right? Yeah. Let's cut that down a little bit. Can I cut this down a little bit? Back. And then we need to cut the U. I'll cut you, and then we'll also put you behind it. Okay, then Naruto. Heart shape Naruto. Indeed. Oh, how does that feel? That is, I just... Can I pop this out? Yes. Alright, cut that out, and we got that part. Okay. Alright, how do I do this? Ba, 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 ba. How do we want to do the leaks? Those are way easier to go with just color. I don't want to do the big old flower on top. What is this? Garlic. I'll just leave that one now. Alright. Ba, 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 la, ba, bum. What are these lines? Where do you come from? Where is that? Oop. Oh, right. Make fun of food. This might be an old person opinion, but I really don't give a shit about anyone else's opinion. You reach a point in life where it just doesn't matter. Everyone can have their own opinion. And it's not worth the effort to really worry about someone else's opinion. Definitely not what the current political climate would suggest about the world, but that is generally how it ends up. Let's see. I mean, usually when someone asks me about food, like when they ask for recommendations, I'm like, I mean, I like that food. I don't know if you'll like it. Well, that's when you go and go somewhere else. And you ignore those people. Because you keep interacting with them, you're just causing the problem to become bigger. Because that's another thing you realize is that it's just not worth the trouble. Most of the things in life boil down to, is it actually worth the effort? It probably isn't, because most of the things in life aren't actually worth the effort. Do I sound very negative? Yes. Like, and frankly, you let everything bother you, you're fighting a losing battle. how do I feel about that? I can live with this for a bit. Alright, where is hand? Yeah, we're just gonna bring the fingers around. Go with that. Do I need to make the bowl rounder? Apparently very... I've made it a lot thinner, so now it looks a little bit weird, but it's not as rounder. The thing is, like, these days, frankly, if you want to argue with people, either you have a lot of free time or you want to become a politician. Those are like the two choices. Oh, how do I feel about this part? We can cut this bit off here. Find the nori. You okay with that? Okay, I want to just curl some fingers around the edge of the bowl here, so we'll just go... That doesn't look quite right. It's also not completely off. We'll just go 3 fingers and keep the pinky in behind the bowl here. Thumb and the pinky behind that. Oh, come on. Stick onto here, please. How does that? Ba 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 ba. Indeed. Right, where is it? Ba, 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 bum. Michiru here. Body down. It's gonna be hidden by an arm, isn't it? I do not. I will say this again. I don't watch streams pretty much at all. Unless it's a broadcast of some event. Or it's related to a broadcast of some event. The only streamers I watch are all people who've been YouTubers since forever ago. So they weren't like reasonably big YouTubers from like 2013, I probably don't watch them. Where is this? You like a little bit of a shoulder here. Need... This is Tsukuyo's body. Just set that like there. Let's see. Okay, turn you off. Let's cut that bit off, and then I need to... Okay, I need to get the hand in behind here now. How do we want to go about this? Oh, I don't want to do the hand back here now. We can hide most of the hand behind Michiru's head here, but we want to bring her through here. How do I want to do this? How does that have to sit? How do I want to do this? Let's see. Get that out of here, get that out of here. Where the heck is that pixel from? I see just one straight pixel left there. Oh, here. Where's Tsukuyo? Here we are. How do I want to do this? Ba, 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 ba. Alright, let's just go over that for now. Okay, I'm not gonna miss the Halo today because the Halo's gonna drive me insane. Maybe I'll miss it at my own time so I can start the color next time, but I think most of the lines are fine here. There's a couple of lines that aren't supposed to be there. So the ramen, I think I've got a way to deal with the unevenness here, so I'm gonna try that in the color portion because I think that is probably the best way to approach it. We're not gonna do the flour because I do want to try and make this a little uneven at the top to make it look partially eaten. And I think the soup will also have to wait for the color as I think that's where we're sitting. But I'll try and get the Halo in my own time because if I try to mess up it now, it's definitely going to drive me literally insane. The liberal geometry that I go through to do Halos is not the most exciting thing. But I turned on the game just a little while ago to check something, and if there was anything to say, hey man, you want to spin your stuff before it gets around to the anniversary? We have this. This goes until the 7th of January, and it is limited, like, as what? 3 of the limited characters, and I do not have one. Well, I do not have 2 of them, but I think the first time I actually stopped playing the game was when, well, I think it was just after Hoshino swimsuit came out. I remember being pretty salty about it, because I can't remember what came out just before her, but I did spend most of my gems at that point. So the question now is, because once again, because the limited characters are available just as like there was a 1-2% of 3 stars in the gacha during the anniversary gachas and half anniversary gachas, do we just gamble on picking them up? Because when it comes down to it, like, you look through the history of pulling during the anniversary, so going, I think, from like Karen up to Hanako. I mean, I didn't pull any extra characters here. I think it was what these were all the event banners, but the other time, which I think was what, from Seiya up to, wasn't, I think it was up to Hina? Was it up to Nagisa? Here, I did just snap Shirako Terra and Mika, just roll pulled them during the half anniversary gachas. Because if they're doing what they do for this year's anniversaries, I can actually say that because it hasn't quite flipped over to the next era yet, is that they're pulling like 3 limited characters at a time over 2 sets of gachas for the anniversary. But part of me that really just wants to hold on to like a ridiculous amount of gems for that instead. How many of the 1 tickets do I have right now? How do I look at that? Items, right? 1 ticket. What was it under? Others? 5 1 tickets. That's not much. Yeah, I think we'll just hold it, right? That's probably smarter. Is the Summer Hoshino still like super broken? I know she was super broken for quite a while. I look at characters? Huh. What does she do? Oh, right. Single character that has the cost down is like immediately good. What does she support her? What's it do? She's like half tank. She's a striker with the cost down. He knows only while this is an effect. As well as charging. Alright, but anyways, in terms of the lines here, I need to detail in the roses here. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. And I think I need to split this a little bit more aggressively here, like right against the weight. Let me just do that quick. I'm gonna go. I'll just do like the same flower kind of pattern here, right? Do something like that, and then we'll do this other split. I think like right here. This is like kind of like a hip between the hip and the waist there. Before it gets down to the skirt at the bottom. Well, not really the skirt, but the actual kimono bottom. Not a sash, right? That doesn't look like a sash. I mean, it looks more like a dress. A kimono styled dress. I think it's better to try and make this look like it's squishing in a little bit more against here. I could pull this out a little bit more and then just like kind of roll the line in a little bit so that it just squeezes under the arm again. Make her breast look a bit bigger. Probably about the only thing I want to change at this point. But either way, I think what I'm going to do is, since there's not too many more details I need to add in, I'm just going to finish this, see if I can finish this up full stream tomorrow. I can get the color in and you can start coloring. You know, I don't think the coloring is going to take overly long, given that they're actually primarily one color, because we're basically avoiding all of the high detail parts in terms of color for Tsukuyo, but that's mostly down the bottom part of the kimono. And then Michiru, also, the detailed part of her coloring is actually on the lower part of this dress, which I'm going to be not including. So, once again, 90% of the details is going to be taken up by food. And it takes a certain type of skill to make illustrated food look nice, so we're going to see how that works. Alright, but either way, that will do it for today. I'll get these details in, maybe change some of them around, and then put the color in and go from there. So, either way, thank you very much for watching today's session of Line Arts. If you want to see the coloring process and anything beyond this into the new year, Happy New Year, by the way. Not quite yet, but preempted Happy New Year from me because I'm sitting on the line and it is in an hour. Remember to be subscribed or following, depending on where you're watching from. Leave a like because it helps me out, and I'll see you again next time.